Right, ladies and gentlemen, it is General Greene, hoorah, here October 25th, 2023, and we're going to talk about some practical things today, how to protect your money, how to safeguard it, how to grow it, more importantly, how to profit, how to play offense in this environment. We are in uncertain, unpredictable times. World War III is now official. Yes, I'm not happy about it, but I predicted this for over a decade. I'm actually very well known here at AMTV for producing thousands of videos warning of World War III, warning of the economic global reset, warning of the lockdowns before it happened, warning of the invasion before it happened, now warning about Taiwan before it happened, and now it's mainstream. Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, everybody saying, yes, World War III is now official. We're going to war with Iran. They're also telling you things like Iran has nukes. And as I was casually speaking with my father yesterday, I love my dad so much. He is such an amazing man. I'm so lucky to have him as my father, as a part of my team. We were discussing last night, you can find this YouTube video, we did a live stream, that the chess move, here it is right here, the chess move that's going to be played next will be very, very unpredictable, which means no one can really predict what is going to happen next. But we do know where the globalists and the elites are going, right? We don't know what the chess move is going to be. We don't know how they accomplish the goal, but we do know where they're going. This is a wealth transfer. This has been my primary fundamental message for going on 10 plus years. I started in 2008-09, so it's been much longer than that. My primary message has been, look, this is a wealth transfer and a reset, and they can't pay back the debt, so they're going to screw all of you like they did in 2008-09 and like they did in 2020 and like they're about to do in 2023. So how to get ahead of this? Like and share this, guys, because I think a lot of you just don't quite understand where this is headed and what they're doing and what the elites and how they're manipulating the situation. So as my dad was suggesting, as I was talking about, this next move is going to be blunt force. Okay, not only are we in physical conflict, but we are in economic, financial warfare. What does this mean? This means your money isn't safe at a bank. We have already had dozens of financial institutions, and I warned about this too years ago. I said, about a year ago, I said, there's going to be bank runs in the United States. Soon, shortly after, First Republic, Silvergate, Credit Suisse, many others collapsed to zero. Silicon Valley, the list goes on and on. You can check this out at the FDIC website. More banks are going to collapse. This is all baked into the pie. This is their consolidation effort. This is their consolidation move. They're aggregating power to the too big to fail banks and creating war, which was always the goal and intention, which is why they revealed the proxy war in Ukraine. I told you, Ukraine would lead to World War III. That's how they opened up Pandora's box and conned the American people and people worldwide into the larger war. Now it's Israel. Oh, now we're suddenly at war with Iran. Oh, and we're suddenly at war with Taiwan. Isn't that convenient? All of this has been by design. And so they've manipulated capital and financial markets on purpose. They've created massive inflation, which is destroying the real wealth of the average American's bank accounts. Now they're going to crash the U.S. stock market, and your money isn't safe. In my opinion, many of these stocks will go down 20, 30, 50, 80, 90%. Every stock in the financial system can go to zero, folks. Okay? We've seen this many, many times before. Remember 2008-09? Companies went bust.
Again, that's why we have the Island Project and back to stocks and what's going to happen with stocks. I don't think anybody really knows, but the foundation for all the stocks that we have in the country is the country. If the country doesn't work, and the country starts to fail, the stock market is not going to look good. And just from a guy that's been around for a long, long time, and I've made lots of money in the stock market. I've taken some beatings over the years, but the times when you take your beatings are usually when you least expect it. And I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up one morning and stocks are down 20 to 30%.
Yeah, easily. Okay.
That's always on the table. Seen it in the past. You never want to be there when it happens. So I'd just say advice to all the people that we do business with and that we love out there and that are part of your community, that just keep the faith. And none of us really know what's going to happen, but try to make the moves try to move some of your assets into some of these alternative investments like the Island Project, precious metals, Bitcoin. Who knows where that's going to go? You're the crypto expert. But if everybody wants out of fiat currency and everybody wants to get out at the same time, then it's going to be those alternative assets that you want to be in.
They went absolutely to zero, and this is going to happen again. This is why even Warren Buffett, and I'm not a fan of Warren Buffett, they're holding more cash than they ever have in the history of their companies because they're waiting to pounce on this consolidation move that's about to happen, bigger than 2008 and 09. So with rates as high as they are, with the 10-year at 10 or 5%, which we haven't seen since 2007, with inflation, real inflation exceeding double digits annually, real wages falling, and then the advent of new technological inventions like AI, this is the perfect storm. And where does it lead to? It leads to my prediction again, that right after they were done with this, and right after they were done with the lockdowns and separating and segregating the essentials versus the non-essentials, telling us that, segregation's bad, but then segregating everyone by that, that after that, they were going to roll out UBI, which is what they're going to do next during the wealth transfer and the financial economic crisis. So just like we had the PIGS nations collapse, Portugal, Italy, Ireland, Greece, Spain, not too long ago, and we saw riots in the streets, this is what's going to happen in America. You're being primed for this psychologically. Elon Musk, for example, just did a little podcast on X, live, and he said that.
A number of people touched on this issue. Which I think is actually the most important issue, which is how do we avoid World War III? Because if you look at the various conflicts currently and likely potential conflicts, these things are obviously bad. There's people that a lot of people die and suffer, but they're not civilizational risks. But World War III is a civilizational risk that we may not recover from. So we want to, I think, prioritize avoiding World War III. That's actually what matters, and not as happened in World War I, have a regional conflict rapidly become a global conflict.
He said specifically that China, Russia, and the BRICS nations have a larger industrial capacity than the United States government. And industrial capacity, manufacturing and production that he would know, since of course he does business with the DoD and the Pentagon, and SpaceX essentially is the new NASA, and he does huge multi-billion-dollar contracts with the U.S. government. And his best friend Peter Thiel is basically in charge of the largest surveillance apparatus in the world, Palantir. And the PayPal mafia basically owns, and all these oligarchs own the country. I mean, that's just how it works. He's telling you that U.S. supremacy is over. He's telling you that China and Russia, the underdogs, are now going to take over and punch America in the balls. He uses the euphemism, it's like a winning baseball team that's won so many championships they don't think that they can ever lose again. But then that's actually when they lose. So they're preparing you, and this is what I think is going to happen, that America is a lower tier country in the future. It's not number one. It's like, in the top 10 maybe. And the BRICS nations and China, which are cementing their power and going to take full advantage. You can see this in the propaganda that they're putting out, like The Economist magazine. They're saying things like, well, can America handle a three-pronged war? Is Joe Biden and America stretched too thin? Of course, because that's by design. That's what they want. They want Americans fighting so many wars and making huge donations and taxpayer monies to so many countries that America is guaranteed to fail. That's the point. It's all by design. It's what I've been telling you for years. So how do you protect your money? Is your money safe in a stock? No. Is your money safe in an annuity? No. Very largely dependent on who issued that annuity. If it's a larger corporation, maybe it's a little bit safer. But again, all the too big to fail banks collapsed in 08 and 09. So, we've seen it before. Why wouldn't it happen again? I'm not convinced insurance policies will pay out. I've actually been hearing from a lot of you that people that took this are getting higher rates billed to them for like health and life insurance. Is that true? I don't know if that's true, but I've been hearing this. Maybe you've heard this. So you know, what is safe in an environment of war, massive wealth transfer, destruction of the middle class, and a reset of the system into digital currencies and CBDCs? You know, BlackRock buying Bitcoin now. Bitcoin now up 104% year to date. Like, take a look at this for a minute, guys. Let's take a look at this. BTC year to date performance. And then I'm going to get into actionable steps that you can take, things that we're doing here for our investors, for our members in Island Project, things that I'm doing for myself. Bitcoin is up 109% year to date. Congratulations to all my members. You've just made 100% on your money. I recommended and was throwing chairs in the pool at 16,000 in December of the previous year. I said, you'll never see prices like this again. If you, over the last year, up 67%. Over the last month, 32%. Here I am pinned on my X. You'll never get this opportunity again. I'm saying Bitcoin new records in 2023. Well, we got a few months left, and it looks like we're about to break new all-time records. Congratulations. So you have this whole new emerging market. Here, let's go to coinmarketcap.com. You have all these amazing new technologies just kicking major butt, like Jesus Coin. I was the first to alert you to that. I bought it, alerted it to you under 500K market cap. It exploded 50x all the way to 25 million market cap. Made a lot of people a lot of money. And I love what they're doing so much that I donated actually 130,000 of my own money, helped them open up exchanges, and told people around the world about it for free. I mean, you're welcome, guys. Like, these are the new economies. These are the type of things that are taking the world by storm and that are creating wealth creation opportunities that you've never seen before in history. Same with Bitcoin. Same with Ethereum. So now you have all the big boys moving in. All of Wall Street is buying Bitcoin, buying Ethereum, buying XRP. We had a huge, awesome ruling in the legal snafus of XRP, which is hugely bullish for the technology. You guys all know I'm a huge hodler of XRP. I love XRP. So you have this entirely new universe being built right now. This is the new system they're transferring you to. Digitized currencies, CBDCs. This is where it's going. As they collapse the system, as they create inflation, as they never repay the debt. So what are they going to do? Transfer the debt. So where is it safe? Here comes my pitch, okay? But it's not a pitch. It's a real life, hardcore, 1000x potential solution. Not financial advice, but I have thousands of investors all over the world, filed with regulators in July. This is the number one investment, the number one opportunity in the world. We're the number one team in the world with no bank debt. We own real estate, real assets, beach and oceanfront homes, 10 to 12 out here in the Hawaiian Islands. This is our founders round. And then we're replicating worldwide. You got our first flagship in Maui, got the next flagship in another location, next flagship in another location. Add those together, 1,000 freaking X to the moon. What is it? A lot of you don't understand how amazing this is. You don't understand how cool this is. You don't understand the wealth creation power and what we have built. I sat in a room 3, 4, 5 years ago and I strategized. I said, okay, we know where this is headed. We know what the elites are going to do. We know how they're going to transfer the system. We know it's a wealth transfer. We don't know their exact move. You know, we didn't know that this was going to happen or they were going to lock down all of society. Not everyone knew that Israel was going to be attacked, but we know where they're going. Wealth transfer, surveillance, less freedom, war, stock instability, financial markets instability. So we all know that. The question is, how do you profit from it? Not just defense, but get on offense. I mean, I've made most of my money in tech. I made most of my money in crypto. I've made most of my money in social media. I built Island Project for my members, but I also built it for myself. Where am I going to put my money during World War III? During war with Iran? How am I going to make more money? How am I going to 1000x my 1000x? Well, with the digital Noah's Ark. So I'm going to go over the basics now, the fundamentals, the things that you don't know. We have a $30,000 minimum. We had to set a minimum. For just $30,000, you own actual beach and oceanfront real estate in a diversified portfolio. That includes 10 to 12 properties in Maui, Oahu, sister islands, and soon to be internationalized. That's what you own. You can't be diluted. We don't have any bank debt. We have a fixed amount, limited number of units that have been sold. We are 86% currently funded, so we're above what was like $28+ million raised since July. We are the first people in the world to do it. We have a proven proof of concept model. We've closed on multiple multi-million dollar properties, the best properties in the world with huge capital gains potential, income that pays annually through a W-9, large cap gains, I mentioned that, plus a 1000x tokenization event. So I want you to think about this for a minute. Let me iron this out, and you can fill out a membership application and form right here where I'm highlighted right now. This is how you get in. You fill out a form for 100 units, 150 units, 250 units, 30 units minimum. Or you DCA, you start with 30 and then you come in with another 20. I just had another lovely investor come in with another 20 units because she didn't feel like her annuity was safe. And I didn't even tell her to invest. I just said, look, here are your options. Here's what you should consider. And she's like, yeah, I'm going to come in with another 20. I said, awesome. Or another 25 it was. So what is this? So if you want to learn a little bit more, you can click projects. Now, what is so unique about the digital Noah's Ark is not only do you own actual beach and oceanfront homes, but your investment has liquidity after 3 years. Is there any other investment, like when you buy a token, a crap token, let's say anything on coinmarketcap.com that like isn't Bitcoin, is your initial investment protected? Could you sell that in a couple years at a profit? No. With Island Project, you can, because we are a private placement offering, and your initial investment has liquidity after 3 years. Takes a while to build out real estate, etc. And if you wanted to sell, most of our members won't because we're making so much money and we're kicking so much major butt, and you're getting paid income, and there's no better place to have your money. In addition to that, there is income. You've got capital gains. And on top of all of that, you're also, only our founders, no one else is getting issued a separate event. See our intent to tokenize, I have to say that, not financial advice. Our 1000x tokenization blockchain launch. So the portfolio itself of $33.5 million, luxury homes, condos, land, master retreats, things we've already acquired over the last year, because my father and I and my team, we're working our butt off every single day. We're a real life asset, no bank debt, because the banks are collapsing. This is how you get your money out of the banks and make money. This is why you invest with us now, because of fiat dollar collapse, global inflation, geopolitical instability, and new technology developments. I mean, I've literally had this up for a year. It says it right here, before Israel was attacked. And this is what it is. It's an ethos of freedom and liberty. But what's so huge about this is not just your core investment, which nothing can ever happen to. Your initial investment, the income, the capital gains potential, but you're also being issued tokens for free. I want you to think about this for a minute. So let's say your 30,000 investment, you get 30,000 equivalent tokens. This doesn't change over here. You still own 30,000 worth of units. You still get income, still have capital gains. 3 years, you can sell that, get your money back at a profit if you want. That's totally up to you. This is separate. This $30,000 worth of tokens, when we tokenize and put our tokens on public exchanges like Coinbase or Gemini or any other exchange, as we launch on DEXs like Uniswap, etc. Let's say your 30,000 is worth $1 million, which is not far-fetched. You know how many tokens I've invested in that go up 10, 50, 100x? Dozens. Some 1000x. We're 1000x, in my opinion. I want you to think about this for a minute. It's a tokenization event of a real physical asset. It's not vaporware. It's not things that don't exist. It's not just an idea. Like, we got, XYZ token and we're going to launch it. I could do that. Raise $100 million instantly, but it's not built or backed by anything. Our portfolio is backed, okay? It is a real asset that is also being tokenized on public blockchains. So essentially what this is when you buy Island Project, not only do you own real estate, not only do you get some use. We open up properties about 25% of the year for people to stay, at the host of properties. Instead of wasting your money at an Airbnb or a hotel or something, this isn't our primary use case, why not stay at your own property? Why not have your own ecosystem? Why waste your money on something you don't own? Why not stay at a better place than a hotel and stay at a mansion on the beach while you come to Maui or while you come to Oahu? But in addition to that, not only do you have amazing diversification, income, capital gains, true ownership, we're not a timeshare, you've got professional management. So here's one of the huge downsides of buying property for yourself is that you got to manage it, which is a huge pain in the butt. You got to manage tenants and renters. We rent out all of our properties, of course, for income as we allow them to appreciate. We're only trophy assets. We, the management company, do everything for you. This is what my team does. You have access to property, real ownership of real property, and portability. So when we tokenize, your tokens are portable. You can private wallet them, and I turnkey all of this for you. So for those of you that aren't experts in crypto, you don't understand it, we're doing it all for you. This is also the beauty of Island Project. For those of you that don't understand, you don't know how to use Uniswap. You don't know how to private wallet something. You don't know what to do. This is the first and only investment in the world where you own real estate and you're also being tokenized and it's being turnkeyed on your behalf. So only our founders have first access to our 1000x pre-sale launch, essentially. You're given tokens, read our intent to tokenize, based on the number of units that you own, based on how many units that you own. Now, let me show you how to fill out a quick app. Of course, you can call my father, 808-442-2934. You can call my father, 808-442-2934. You can actually talk to real people. You're not pushed off into India or something like that. Real people. You're really connected to me, really connected to our entire community membership. There's huge advantage to that, huge entrepreneurial advantage, huge advantage to being connected to me and my father, quite frankly. I mean, I formulated these ideas decades ago when I would look around me in these high-priced neighborhoods and realize that all the homes were sitting vacant. That, I was looking at multi-million-dollar homes, $3, $5, $7 million plus, and no one lived there. And I remember asking my dad about this. I'm like, well, why doesn't anyone live in these homes? He says, well, it's just because the rich are just parking their cash in the homes, like us. Like my father, like a lot of you don't know, my father, I mean, he's hugely successful. He retired in his early 30s. He sold a very successful manufacturing company to private equity group, Green Boys Foods. Green Boys Foods private labeled all kinds of food products, relish, dressings, sauces, for pickles. For example, if you go to an In-N-Out burger, the pickles on the burger, Green Boys, my family. If you go to a Carl's Jr. and you're eating a bacon Western cheeseburger with barbecue sauce, or at a Hardee's, you know who the barbecue sauce is? Green Boys. Now, we no longer own the company. My dad sold it to a private equity group. He retired for a number of years and then eventually got into real estate because he kind of got bored. And by the way, making tons of money is actually easy, okay? But once you do that, it's really easy to get bored. It's one of the reasons why I do what I do. I mean, I could just retire too. I don't have to do anything. We can just build our own portfolio out for ourselves, but there's no strength in that, and it doesn't change the world. You see, the American people have all odds against them. Many of you tuning in, you have all odds against you right now. They don't want you to be rich. They're transferring all the wealth to themselves. They're creating war. They're going to send you and your children to the front lines to go fight in Taiwan, God forbid, or Iran, or Ukraine, or Israel. They don't close our own borders down. They're not saving America first. They're doing nothing. So I've never said that wealth and money is like the only thing, and you shouldn't worship it. It's just a tool. But wealth is power. It helps all of our investors, all of our members. It helps you hugely in an environment and gives you choices during this wealth transfer. So it's very easy to fill out an app. All you do is go to the membership tab. Okay. You enter your email, your name. You start with a 30 unit minimum. Each unit is priced at 1,000 unit each, but there's 30 units minimum. So 30,000 is our minimum. We are a private placement, Reg D offering, a 506 offering. You answer a 5-minute questionnaire and you can fund directly through portal. That's it. It's that easy. You can literally fund in this exact moment. It's 12:15 p.m. here in Hawaii time, 10/25/2023. That's all you need to do. If you have any questions, you can call us, 808-442-2934. Once you sign your docs and fund, you have a agreement that is yours, the private placement agreement, which you file. We send you out merch, hats, coffee mugs, all that kind of stuff, a little welcome kit, and you are now a proud owner of Island Project. You own beachfront, you own oceanfront, you own condo cash flow producing investments, you own large flagship properties. We own a 5+ acre farm in Maui. A lot of you don't know that. You're like, how come you're not buying bug outs and land? We already did. I've already thought about all of this. We're the ultimate prep and bug out. Plus we're getting rich, plus we're 1000xing. It's as easy as that. So this whole thing is a massive, massive, massive wealth transfer. And you have to understand where all this is going. Now, I've also opened up a satellite. I'll be opening up more satellites very soon. We just opened up Project Thailand, our isle chain. So you have our flagships and you have different isle chains, and we're going to have more surprises, as my father alluded to yesterday, because I'm adding surprises to the portfolio. We're also having fun. So I own 13 lifted 4x4 brand new Jeep Gladiators out here in Maui. When you come to Maui or you come to Oahu and stay at one of the residences that you own, you get a car. How cool is that? We're soon connecting private air travel to the multiple destinations. I've been working on Phoenix, LA, and also the Pacific Northwest. Those are some of the most highly frequented and traveled areas into Maui and also Oahu. Also, what's going on, just to let you know, for those of you guys that don't know this, there is construction going on all across Hawaii right now. You know, even with the tragedy, which is so terrible, that happened in Lahaina. But Lahaina Old Town is like 5% of Maui. The whole island is exploding. We have huge international investment pouring in. There's constructions of homes all around me. There are condos being constructed that are $10 million a pop on the beach. These are the types of properties and trophy assets that Island Project and our members, you own. This is why the rich buy beachfront. This is why the billionaires own oceanfront, beachfront, because it's always valuable. If you would have bought in Malibu 100 years ago, you're rich. If you would have bought in Malibu 50 years ago, you're rich. If you would have bought in Malibu 10 years ago, you're rich. If you would have bought in Malibu a year ago, you're rich. It's the same with Maui Boo, Honolulu Boo. It's the same with Thailand Boo. It's the same with Hawaii Boo. It's the same with all the boos. Dubai Boo, whatever Boo. When you buy the best, you always make money. And so we are the Lamborghini of real ownership, of a real asset with no bank debt. And you know I love gold, I love silver, I sell gold and silver, I want you to buy it. Buy it. But this is better than gold. It's better than the gold standard. Gold doesn't pay you income. This does. So for those of you sitting in the stock market, not only are you about to lose maybe 20, 30% of your investment, 50%, 60, 70, who knows, God forbid, 80% of your investment overnight. Not only are your annuities not safe, your retirement accounts not safe, even the Wall Street Journal came out today. Let's go to my Twitter, and said your money, you can't make money in a 401k. Check this out. This is the Wall Street Journal. It has a little rainbow here, kind of interesting. It says, your set it and forget it 401k made you rich? No more. Stock and bond portfolios that worked for the past 40 years aren't ready for what's coming. Yeah, totally. Obvious, dude. But we are. If you truly want to know how I made so much money the last few years, how I've been able to successfully invest in everything from Bitcoin to social media to e-commerce to digital marketing to all the things I've done, I've always been early, way ahead of the curve, and understood the macro environment or where things are headed. And then focus the efforts into the future of where all of it's going. The beauty about this, too, it's an investment you feel good about. You know, when you buy the number one investment in the world, islandproject.com, not only do you own the number one investment, but you're doing really good things for the world. You know, you are supporting goodness. You are supporting hope. You are building, you're owning, you're tokenizing the investment. You're working with Christians all around the world. That's not a requirement as an investor. Not everybody's Christians, but we have tons of Christians, tons of believers in Jesus. You know I'm openly a Christian. I will never back down. Jesus Christ is King. He is number one. And you're also buying into a faith-based economy. The faith-based economies are huge in the future. The digital ecosystems and parallel economies and these alternatives are huge. Island Project is a multi-billion-dollar portfolio A multi-billion-dollar portfolio that's being built and replicated around the world. There is no better investment. There is no other unparalleled opportunity like this. There is no other distinctive opportunity like this. Now, I have to say, not financial advice. Read my terms, my disclaimer. It's just my opinion. Yada, yada, yada. You can read all this. We have it on our website. We are a private placement. We filed with regulators. Many of these cryptos, that you see, at coinmarketcap.com, never filed. So they're not working with regulators. We are. That's a huge risk, too. Look, I'm deregulation. I'm pro that. I'm a capitalist. But look, you got to play by the rules. Okay? You got to play by the rules too, at least a little bit. That's another huge advantage of what we've built. I've already seen this coming. My father and my team have already seen this coming for years. What we have done is created the Robin Hood opportunity for all of you to do the same thing that the elites are doing. Don't allow BlackRock to own 2/3 of all beach and oceanfront homes by 2030. Don't let State Street own all the most valuable real estate and homes in America. Don't let them build a rental society where they price you out of the market. You're going to get priced out. This is why they put out 40-year mortgages, and they'll probably have 50 or 100-year mortgages. They're pricing you out of this stuff, guys. They don't want you to own the best asset in the world. Don't let them do it. Fight back peacefully. Get your money out of the bank. Call us. Roll over your IRAs. For the first time in world history, you can now own beachfront for a minimum of $30K and roll over your retirement accounts. You can actually take the advice of the Wall Street Journal, who's telling you to dump your 401k right now. They say, get out, you're not going to get rich. Exactly, but you can here. You own your asset. There's no third-party intermediary. When the banks collapse, you might not have access to your fund. We've seen that before. Okay, if your annuity company, the parent company, goes bust, you don't get paid. It gets locked up. What is coming next will be the most horrendous financial crisis you've ever seen. My predictions have come true. I'm a testament to that. You know that. Capital controls, bank runs, financial lockdowns are guaranteed. Guaranteed. You don't have a lot of time to act. So I want to encourage you guys. I hope you understand. Ask me any questions in the box below. Call my dad if you want more information on our project portfolio, our actual properties, what we're doing. Call us. We don't give out everything online. This is a private offering, not available to the public. And the opportunity is limited. The founders round is limited. Once we go public, people will be able to buy our token, but you're not going to own real estate at that point. You're just going to be buying tokens at that point, just like everything else. Only our founders own the real estate. Only our founders get all these benefits. Only our founders get the income. Only our founders get the cap gains, the tokenization. Only our founders. They are our pre-IPO. Just like when I bought Bitcoin under 1,000, I essentially bought Bitcoin at like a pre-IPO price. Now it's trading at 35K. Now it's up 9% year to date. Congratulations, guys. Congrats. So as they collapse the system, I want you to understand what a lot of you are missing. It's a wealth transfer. That's what it is. The rich get richer. The elites transfer all the wealth to themselves. They change the rules. They reset it. They move to CBDCs and digitals. And that's where it's all going. So you can sit on the sidelines or you can get on board with the winning team. I encourage you, General Greene here, grab your surfboard, join us at islandproject.com. That's islandproject.com. Or give us a call at 808-442-2934, 808-442-2934, and click the link membership to fill out a 5-minute application, couple quick questions, and fund directly through portal, ACH, wire transfer. We accept credit card and also crypto. We prefer it. Everything's right there. And if you have any questions, you call us. We also have a great onboard video. If you just need a quick walkthrough, you can watch it by clicking onboard right here, and then you can apply now. That's it. Good luck out there. I love you guys. God bless you. Jesus Christ is King. On board now before it's too late.